back. Having to post-record my commentary on this because for some reason, even though I did pretty much 4 or 5 sessions in a row and didn't screw with any kind of audio adjustments, I lost the audio for this episode. But I guess now I get to enjoy the boring monotony of all of, you know, buying crap and running around and dying and all this other fun stuff with all of you guys. So I can watch and see how much I suck. Oh my god, just move on. There we go. I certainly did not play this campaign as probably efficiently as I could have, but I think I would have had to done so much more grinding. It would have taken me much longer to do it. As it is, burning through this, burning through it as fast as I did, or at least in the way I did it, I beat it. You know, I mean, I beat it in 6 hours, 6-ish hours. I know it's a 3DS or DS game. I want to say it's a 3DS because I don't think I've never seen this. I remember seeing the title of the game not too long ago, and it wasn't on a Wii, so it must have just been the last year or so. Which for, I mean, for a port, it doesn't look too bad. So yeah, this was. Yep. Real quick, I learned he doesn't have any kind of super speed over gaps whatsoever. Fucking Frankie. I do still need to catch up on that. Catch up on the show, figure out what's going on. Yeah, everyone's dash just sucks. Like, the only one that's decent is Sanji's. And unfortunately, if you're in the air, he repeats, you know, the air dash or whatever it's called over and over again. And on the ground, it's decent, but there's still like a delay when you get done with the animation, so it still slows you down a little bit. Not as bad as Luffy. Luffy's just obnoxious. And you would think, like, who's the fastest character? I mean, who's the fastest pirate on the crew? You would think it would be probably Sanji. I mean, he's the kick guy. So many. I swear at some point this thing resets, like. I'm sure there's probably item combinations I could use. I barely use, like, the call-outs, like the team, like, I guess, buffs. I barely use them. I think there could have been a lot more done with this game. It just seemed like there was a lot. Like, I don't know, maybe I didn't fish and catch bugs and shit. It just seemed like there's so... I mean, for a port, I mean, you would think they'd add stuff for a port. I mean, other than the graphic increase, and maybe they did more with the animations for the cutscenes. But beyond that, it doesn't seem like they really... Like, this feels like a port. And I think a port should kind of strive to be more than just that. Especially when it's jumping platform, like outside of its normal platform. I have no idea who this guy is. I'm guessing it's somebody they run into when they when they go to rescue Ace, and I just haven't gotten that far in my run and watching the show. I haven't actually watched it in a while. That's the problem, is I get kind of burnt out on it, and then by the time I try to catch back up, there's even more, and, you know, there's another 200 freaking episodes. Because when their seasons start, man, they just run. It's like a new episode like every weekend. And so they build up episodes super fast. God, that was bullshit. I was just out of his range. This guy was super annoying too, because I'd get like 1 or 2 hits on him, and then he'd run off. Ugh. I wonder if there's like an encyclopedia other than like the wiki, but like some kind of nicely detailed and drawn out kind of just an encyclopedia of like all the gum fruit that have shown up. Like it's not even really well explained. It's just, you know, these are fruit that have magical properties that give you, you know, strange abilities, and everyone seems to know them by heart. Or, well, not by heart, but like they just seem to know them. Like, oh, this is the gum fruit, or this is this fruit, or whatever fruit. There's like no one ever has like a mystery on. Oh, gee, I wonder what this one does. It's like, who built? Like, where are they grown? Who grew them? Why do they have these abilities? You know, I mean, yeah, they're called devil fruit, but that doesn't explain like why does it inexplicably make you, you know, incapable of swimming? And like, why is that specifically? Like, it seems like a weakness that the writers just came up with, and it doesn't really come into play all that often, except for when, you know, Luffy just manages to get thrown into the water, or it didn't even become a thing until they actually brought up the I forget what they actually are called. I just call it sea salt, sea stone, or whatever it's called, where it actually binds their abilities. Because I saw the cuffs. Yeah, they make special cuffs for Neko Robin, and it binds her abilities while they're trying to, you know, imprison her and whatnot. And that was interesting. I didn't realize when the AI controls the other characters that they actually can use the abilities, use their like specials and whatnot. They don't do all that much, and they certainly don't take any damage, which I think was. It's weird, but it's kind of nice, because then you can just start swapping out to other characters and they'll inexplicably heal themselves off screen, like by themselves. So in a way, if you're smart about swapping out characters, it's almost impossible to die in fights. Like I do eventually a couple times, but I eventually do figure out that, oh shit, I can swap out everybody and they can heal themselves. Now see, I feel like this is a weird moment. It's like this should have been a cutscene, and it just wasn't. And then suddenly it is. It's like, well. I guess we just never find out whether he got shot in the face. Oh wait, he's just still standing there, so what the hell? Yeah, and this was weird. It's like, oh wait, now I'm straight up down to just Luffy. And I realized, yeah, and look at this. It's like I could have clearly walked through there. Yeah, that should totally be walk forwardable. Like, you should be able to walk around that. I mean, that's no different than that spot right there. And pointless dodging section, and now we get to, yeah, these guys. Which I haven't ran into seeing them either, but I've saw the trailers for the Dynasty Warriors style One Piece game, and they were all over it. And they're like, I guess, devil fruit hunters or whatever, like they're specially designed robots that do just that. It seemed kind of like, apparently, like, the first time the crew runs into them, they get thrashed. And then, after, like, the 2-year... Actually, that might be what it is. Like, I think they get, like, cornered by these robot dudes. And in their attempt to escape, the crew gets kind of split. And then, of course, they run into everyone 2 years later. And then these robots show up again, and then Luffy just wrecks them. don't know who that guy is. Yeah, this guy's been shooting lasers this entire fight. Why do you think that would have worked? I'll give them a lot of credit. The expressions and stuff are fairly good. Like, this is probably one of the better anime games out there, just because they keep a lot of the expressions in the art style pretty well comparison wise. And this is like the longest cutscene in like the entire game, or at least second. What gets me is, like, Luffy could get out that, like, if he went second gear, he could probably overheat the ice and get away. But no, inexplicably, Ace's copycat just shows up, even though we beat him into a leaf before. And then I get to be Ace for a whole fight, which was very awkward and very annoying. But they made it really super easy, so deliberately so though, because it's like, oh, you're just being dropped in on this character. You have no idea how to control and whatnot, which is weird because some of his moves are really cool, and then he just kind of, he's like Chun-Li from Street Fighter. It's just tornado kicks everywhere. This guy was, I thought for a moment when he first shows up at the beginning of like the Neko Robin like capturing subplot or arc, he seemed like he was almost a good guy. Like, he actually was pretty cool at times, but then he just turns out to be a giant douche. Like, all the admirals are just giant douchebags. It's like there isn't a decent Marine in the entirety of the Marines. And it's not like they're even justified for being that big of douches. They just are like absurdly, like, I guess, afraid of the pirates. That they just are horrible people. Like the Buster Call thing. It's like, how is any of those like the millions of the nameless Marines, like, none of them like object to doing this kind of crap? It's like, you guys are getting slaughtered by like thousands by these pirates. And yet at the same time, this guy's finish is just absurd. I got like 2 out immediately and just wrecked him. Gee, that's convenient. He needs his hat. Yeah, they just defeat him off screen. So what? Yeah, but all that damage you were shown having in the previous cutscene is inexplicably gone. What's funny is, yeah, the guy disappears after just, you know, freezing around the surrounding area. But what's funny is that gives me an advantage in this coming fight. Yeah, that's funny because, yeah, Luffy can use the Red Hawk for no apparent reason. Yeah, this is what, like, this fight is something I wish they had done with the rest of the bosses. And if they did, I just never figure it out. I mean, I guess that's on me, but they actually added an extra mechanic to the, you know, beyond just beating on him. Like whenever he, I can't remember when I finally figure it out. He pins me against these ice walls at one point, and then he does that lava punch thing, and it hits the ice and it melts, and the it turns into water and hits him, and he like turns into like hard rock or whatever. And it's like, holy crap, that's awesome. I think it's actually right. Maybe here? Yeah, I didn't realize it at that point, but... And it's actually, like, once I actually figured it out, suddenly it became really difficult. Yeah, there it is. And suddenly I'm like, oh wait, you turned to stone. That's pretty awesome. And I think even at this point, I'm like, wait, why did this happen? But yeah, I have to wait for him to, like, go underground. He has to be covered in, like, so much of his body has to be turned into, like, the lava rock kind of thing. Which I gotta say, the lava power is pretty... Yeah, there. That's when I finally realized, oh shit, water hurts him. I mean, really, he doesn't have all that interesting attacks. I mean, the attack pattern is jump around or go underground or throw the lava things at me. And then he does this crap. It's like, oh no, I've already seen this once though. I fairly successfully, I believe, get through this without taking any damage. I think I only get hit. I think I get hit by the finisher. But yeah, I do. Yeah. Almost got out of it. Like, I'm on fire right now. It's not even hurting me. It's like, what's the point of these debuffs? It's like, it doesn't even affect me. And see, in that point, I was like, oh wait, there's water on this thing? I actually thought just standing on the ice would have kept me from being on fire, but no. Yeah, the one time I get hit by that. Yeah, it's far less climactic watching it, you know? Yes. Suck on the water. That was like the one time I figured it out, and then I get stunned for most of his own stun. It's like, oh, fuck. Suck on that. Right in the dick. You can actually see me kind of kite him to the sides, trying to get him in that position to hit the water. But unfortunately, I have him at the wrong angle, and so it didn't work. Yes, Ace, you're totally helping in fighting the lava boss. But through the power of bros and kinship and junk, whatever. I really think they kind of goofed up give the combos like they gave them. Like it seems weird that he combos together in a way, kind of, because he doesn't like just go from one gum attack to the next in the show. You know, he usually just kind of saves those for like finishers, or if anything, he does it right at the beginning of the fight. That's what we like to do. We like to see Luffy use his abilities and wreck house. And yeah, look, that was bullshit right there. He should have been affected by that. It was right there. I want to say I pull off his super finisher. Luffy super finisher to finish him off? I think. Yep, there it is. Elephantogun, or Elephantogatling, I believe it is.
なんであのエースってやつ勝手に動けてんだ？親分の命令には逆らえねえはずなのに。
Yeah, well, you know, plot convenience and bros.
二人本気でぶつかり合ったからかもしれない。
But he's a leaf who, you know, is created through magic? That's one thing, is like, there isn't really magic in One Piece. It's, you know, the devil fruit give people abilities, either like their, I guess, mutations, but it's not really magic in the traditional sense. Yeah, he wasn't counting on the fact, you know, the Iron Fist or whatever that Luffy has would probably punch through the lava thing. Haha, they're illiterate.
赤犬を倒した。なあ、エース。
Your daily reminder that Ace is dead.
心配すんな、エース。俺はもう大丈夫だ。
I don't know. I'm not yet heartbroken about the whole Ace dying thing because I haven't gotten to that point in the story. I realize it's one of those hard feels from the show, but I was like,
伝わる
no.
といいけど、相手が頑固だとちょっと難しいかもね。そっか。でも少なくとも私には伝わったわよ。どんなに心を閉ざしても扉ごとぶち壊す強引な男に捕まっちゃってね。
私もよ。
Yep, and we're all like, yep, you gotta fight for your man, dude. He's your bro.
何の話だ？ありがとう、みんな。
I still don't like Pato.
思いっきりぶつかってみるよ。なんかよくわかんないけど、お前がいいならそれでいいんじゃねえか。ああ、抜きき。
Anyway, that's that complete. I have the finale also I need to record over. I'll get that done here in the next day or so. But thank you guys, and see you once again in the next One Piece.